Hi, this is the Business Guy. So what is a Nevis LLC and how can it help you? A Nevis LLC is a limited liability company established on the island of Nevis, West Indies, and that's down in the Caribbean Sea southeast of Florida. Now, most people set them up for asset protection purposes. In fact, our firm has set up more Nevis LLCs by far than anyone in the world. In fact, I set up my first Nevis Corporation in 1994, 1 year before the LLC laws were even written. So if you want to learn about the Nevis LLC, you're in the right place. The legislator enacted favorable laws to encourage the formation of the Nevis LLC, and the government has continuously improved upon the statutes since 1995 when they first came into effect. There was an amendment passed in 2015 that provides additional benefits such as reducing the time frame for charging order liens. A charging order is essentially a lien on a member's interest in the LLC. With a Nevis LLC, that lien falls off in 3 years, and such liens are not renewable. Now, the island of Nevis comprises a portion of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It's kind of like a country with two states, St. Kitts on one hand and Nevis on the other. The islands are located 2 miles from one another across a channel called the Narrows. In fact, I've taken the ferry from one island to another several times, and Nevis has its own separate company legislation apart from the laws of St. Kitts. Like I said, I've been there several times, and I know the last 2 premiers of Nevis personally, and the funniest thing I remember is driving into town from the airport, and by the road I saw a monkey crossing sign, and around the next corner was a guy with a monkey on a leash walking it across the street. And by the way, if you appreciate this information, please click the like button below so YouTube promotes it. Thanks so much. And you can also click the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that when more videos come out like this, you'll be up to date right away. Now, Nevis was the first offshore tax haven to enact LLC statutes. Moreover, lawmakers continuously enhance the protections and privacy that the Nevis LLC offers. And we also offer virtual office programs in Nevis, and this includes a Nevis address with mail forwarding. That also includes a Nevis phone number and assistance forming a bank account in Nevis or elsewhere. Now, here's some quick notes. A Nevis LLC can hold assets in any jurisdiction. For asset protection purposes, it is best if the company's funds are not invested in an account back in your home country like the U.S. This is because U.S. courts have jurisdiction over U.S. financial accounts. Now, if there's only one member, our CPA recommends filing the 8832 form with the IRS and electing disregarded entity status. In such case, one reports Nevis LLC income on one's personal tax forms. Make sure to see a CPA first. If there's more than one member, the LLC needs to file an information report with the IRS. And like I said, typically your portion of the income is reported on your personal tax returns. Nevis LLC asset protection. Now, it's important to know the asset protection benefits of the Nevis LLCs. The Nevis High Court does not recognize a charging order issued by a foreign court, such as a U.S. court. As such, creditors must apply for an entirely separate action within the Nevisian legal system. In fact, we have not even seen one case where a U.S. creditor obtained a charging order lien through the Nevis courts to uphold a U.S. judgment. Not one. Now, there was an instance in 2015 where one Florida court ruled that a creditor could foreclose on a debtor's membership interest in a Nevis LLC. The mistake the Nevis LLC member made, however, was this. The assets were in the U.S. where the U.S. courts had jurisdiction. The court ruled that it can order the foreclosure on a debtor's single member interest in the Nevis LLC because of state law. That is, since one can foreclose on a single member Florida LLC, the courts allowed foreclosure on the Nevis LLC and seized the local assets. And there are other courts that have reached the opposite result. Thus, those courts say the charging order lien must be filed in Nevis where the company originated. The lesson? Keep assets that you hold in your Nevis LLC in an international account. That way, U.S. courts do not have any jurisdiction. And we have other strategies that are very effective for real estate asset protection that you can see on our website or our YouTube channel. Nevis LLC privacy. The members and managers of a Nevis LLC enjoy significant privacy. The government does not post such names in the public records for these entities. Thus, it provides members and managers with peace of mind that their identities will remain protected from prying eyes or ears. That is, of course, except for serious criminal matters such as drug dealing or terrorism. Nevis limited liability companies offer more protection than those of any other country worldwide. You may hold your company records anywhere in the world. Let's talk about due diligence. That being said, Nevis wants to make sure that it only does good, clean, honest business. So to form a Nevis LLC, one needs to provide Know Your Client documents. They require this due diligence to show the owner of a Nevis LLC is a good guy, not a bad guy. So expect to provide the following legally required items. Proof of residential address. This must be a recent utility bill, credit card statement, or bank statement. You can provide the original document or a copy that's been certified by a notary public as a true true copy of the original, a copy of the photograph page of your passport, or a copy of your driver's license duly certified by a notary public. A financial institution reference letter, such as a bank, a professional reference letter, such as an attorney or accountant, and our attorneys may be able to help with these things if needed. The purpose for which the company is required and provide full details. Source of funds and the estimated capital you'll initially deposit into the company. Why? Not to be nosy. Think about it. Would you rather do business with a place where your money is safe, where they have a good reputation, or do you want the place to be like Somalia, Sudan, Venezuela, where bad guys run free, where somebody could seize your property on a moment's notice? So that's why. In addition, if Nevis did not collect due diligence, the OECD would impose sanctions on the country. The OECD is a group of 38 countries that enforce economic policies, so it's required. Plus, most of our clients want to do business in a financial center with a good, clean reputation. Asset protection benefits. The benefits of an LLC in Nevis include protecting your assets from lawsuits. Plus, owners are protected by law because they cannot be held legally responsible for company debts or obligations in case something goes wrong with a business operation. So this provides peace of mind. Members can feel secure that if anything happens to arise within the organization, the Nevis LLC protects their personal assets. Managers can also enjoy full control over the company, regardless of whether or not that person is an LLC member. Nevis LLC benefits. The laws in Nevis previously stated that a creditor must post a bond of $100,000 before they can file legal documents against one's interest in the LLC. As of 2019, the High Court set the bond for any amount, including well over $100,000. That was the first benefit. The second benefit is the statute of limitations period for fraudulent conveyance is only 2 years. For example, let's say you transfer assets into a Nevis LLC today. So we're not saying the assets won't be protected until after 2 years. The company protects the assets right away. What we're saying, rather, is that after 2 years, the Nevis courts will refuse to hear challenges of asset transfers into the LLC. Number 3, the creditor needs to prove his or her case beyond a reasonable doubt that the LLC member conveyed the assets into the LLC to hinder the creditor. Number 4, asset protection is available to single member LLCs as well as multi-member LLCs. Number 5, charging orders against a member's interest in this organization fall away after 3 years and are not renewable. Number 6, a manager can control the Nevis LLC 100%. Number 7, a manager may or may not be a member or owner of the LLC. Number 8, a Nevis LLC can have an unlimited number of members. Number 9, a person or another company or trust may own the LLC, which is highly recommended. And by the way, putting the LLC into an asset protection trust is highly recommended for the maximum asset protection. Number 10, Nevis does not impose tax on offshore companies, though U.S. people are taxed on worldwide income, including the income inside of the LLC. Number 11, members may be people or business entities in any country. Number 12, one may merge the company with another company, foreign or domestic. Number 13, LLC members can assign their membership to others. Number 14, members or those they designate can manage an LLC. Number 15, there are no limitations on the type or number of membership units. Number 16, may be a good choice for a group of investors because of the liability protection. Number 17, can set up in as little as 24 hours during most business days. Naturally, shipping is going to take a little bit longer. Nevis LLC versus Corporation. Now, the primary distinction between an LLC and a normal company, such as a C Corporation in the USA, UK Limited Company, or GmbH in Germany, is the LLC can be tax neutral. This means one doesn't have to worry about paying business taxes when doing business outside of Nevis. Naturally, it is important to get licensed tax advice and make sure you're doing things right. If the LLC itself has no tax payment obligation, then who does? The responsibility for any taxes that would otherwise be owed by the company bypasses the LLC and attaches directly to the members. Members are like shareholders in corporations. Other companies, individuals, or trusts can be members as well. There's no limit on how many members a Nevis LLC can have. What matters most, though, is every individual member is responsible for his or her tax obligations on their pro rata share of the LLC income. From an asset protection standpoint, there's no comparison. Nevis LLCs offer superior protection. In most jurisdictions, a judgment creditor can seize the shares in a corporation. There are protections in place, however, to seizing one's membership interest in an LLC, and this is especially true with the Nevis LLC. LLC plus trust. Want to maximize your asset protection? Then put your Nevis LLC into an offshore trust. Why? Because our trustee/law firm can step in to protect you when needed. If you're the manager and signatory on the bank accounts, a results-oriented judge can force your hand. So often, we place a Nevis LLC into a Nevis trust or Cook Islands trust, and this gives the most powerful asset protection available. Your friendly neighborhood judge does not have jurisdiction over over our foreign law firm. So looking at the case law, this strategy has protected the assets of our clients 100% of the time. The benefits? The offshore trust plus Nevis LLC structure gives you the ability to deploy your legal armor plating in a snap. The trustee/law firm steps in as manager, and your legal enemy cannot use your local courts to force the seizure of your assets. You maintain access to the funds through your trustee. Nevis LLC FAQs. Here's some questions people commonly ask us about Nevis LLCs. How much does a Nevis LLC cost? Setting up a Nevis LLC with our attorneys may cost a few $1,000s to $10,000 depending on the additional services that you need. We provide the articles and operating agreement drafted for asset protection and membership certificates. How safe is this? Much safer than losing all of your assets to lawsuits. Nevis laws are tailored to protect assets and support the reputation of its financial services industry. The bank account may or may not be a Nevis. You'll want to house funds in a jurisdiction that does not recognize foreign judgments. What about an LLC in another country? We've conducted research on the countries that offer the most favorable LLC asset protection regulations, and at this time, we have not found any LLC that offers better asset protection than Nevis. Have more questions or want to form a Nevis LLC and/or offshore asset protection trust? Give us a call or fill out a free consultation form on our website. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with others. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.